Oh, it's a lawn bat. Hello, YouTube. What's up? Cruise with Caps here once again. Ooh. So I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I know I've had some people ask me about my thyroid. So anybody who's not aware, I have Graves' disease, which is autoimmune deficiency disorder, and I have hyper. So my thyroid is way overactive, like a crackhead, just like jittery shit, all that, you know. Anyway, so back in February, I had it nuked. Really, what happened was I took some radioactive iodine, and it targeted my thyroid. This is like a couple-day process just to get the numbers set up to that. And what they did was, the first day I went in, I took a dosage that was not harmful to anyone at all. It was just seeing how much of that dosage it sucked up. So that's what they had for the second day when I came back. I took a smaller pill, but it was a higher concentration of radioactive iodine. And it killed my thyroid. I was quarantined, all that good stuff. But so right now I've been taking this synthetic hormone. I'll put the name up because I sure as hell I butcher every medical term there is when it comes to medication. I need my go-go juice, Johnny. Come on, box fan. Ooh. Alright guys, so yeah, that's what's going on right now with me. I mean, I'm working on my thyroid, I'm working on getting the numbers back to level. I'm taking this one synthetic hormone, for one pill a day for the rest of my life, to replace my thyroid hormone. Well, there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Now, see, a lot of people don't know about Graves' disease when it comes down to it. Graves' disease is really hell. Alright, so I'll give you my example because everybody is different, but I was diagnosed in 2010. It is now 2016. I came home. It was like around Christmas. I went to the VA because I wasn't feeling good. Yeah, so I flew all the way back from Oklahoma, where I was at the time. Came back, going to the VA, they checked me out and everything, and that's when they discovered it. She was feeling around on my neck, and you know, my thyroid gland was really engorged. So as she's running these tests, she's like, okay, well, I think you have thyroid disease, which runs in my family. It's a genetic disorder. When it comes down to it, it can skip generations, pop up here, there, whatever. So I'll put it this way: my aunt has Graves' disease, but it skipped the generation before her, and it was like my great grandmother on my granny's side. So it's weird. It can pop up at any time, and they don't even know what makes it trigger, because you're not born with it per se. Some people are, but it's not like normal for that. It's actually a lot rarer in males than it is females. Females are more likely to have Graves' disease, but it can happen. But generally, people are diagnosed with it in their late 30s or early 40s, and I got diagnosed in my 20s, which sucked. So I've been dealing with this forever. I mean, you get hand tremors, you get all this other stuff. Wow, I feel like my tire's slipping a little, but no, it's not. You get all this other stuff. So we're going to go over the list as soon as I get around here, because it's actually pretty intensive. I just say intensive. I don't know if I'm gonna. I just work here. So one thing that occurs to a lot of people is they can't sleep. If you're hyper, and that's what I'm talking about, is hyper, which I am. Well, technically, I don't know if I'm hyper. I'll get into it a little bit later. Alright, so when you're hyper and you're untreated, you're unmedicated, life sucks. So I always had energy. I slept maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, if I even slept. Sometimes I would stay awake until I was so physically and mentally exhausted that I'd pass out for 16 hours, which is a ridiculous amount of time sleeping. And, you know, so they put you on these different types of medication to try to combat the effects of it. Which is this one and this one for me. Both of them suck. But the meth one, methazula, I don't know. That one is what damages your liver over time. So if you're on it for too long, it can damage your liver. And I was on it for like 6 years, which is horrible. Luckily, it appears as though all my liver function and everything is good. And there's two options to really take care of your thyroid. The first option is surgery, where they cut open your neck, go around your vocal cords. You may be able to lose. You may lose your ability to speak. Or they go in under your armpit across your chest. I saw a video and I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But I don't know if it's less invasive when it really breaks it down. Another option is the radioactive iodine. Now, they'll do this for several reasons. One, it's a pill. When you do the radiation, or excuse me, side effects of the radiation include higher risk of leukemia, which is, you know, horrible. You could lose your ability to reproduce, so you become sterile because of it, which would suck. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that comes along with it. Now, you know, I lived one of those lives where I've been broken, busted, tossed around, ragdoll, all that fun shit. So I already know what's going on. Like my back injury, it's aggressive arthritis, essentially. It's going to get worse over time. I mean, sometimes I have such bad flare-ups I have to go to the ER and get steroid shots in my back, which is never fun. But it does feel good afterwards, I'll tell you that. So there's a lot of stuff when it really breaks down to it. And a lot of people just don't know. Now see, I'm hyper, so hypo is just the complete opposite. There's, you know, you're exhausted all the time, you want to sleep. I mean, when I don't know for sure about this, 'cause I've heard conflicting stories. But see, when I was hyper, I never wanted to eat. I just drank soda or water or Gatorade, and maybe snack once through the day. And when I say snack, it'd be like a thing of crackers, you know, nothing big. And I've heard some people who are hypo eat all day. Some of them don't, and it goes both ways. I suppose it's, like I said, based on the individual. But it sucks regardless. It doesn't matter who you are. It fucking sucks. I mean, you're choosing in between life of being hyper, which is, hey guys, let's go skydive without a parachute. That's how it feels. Or a life of, hey guys, can we just sleep all day? Excuse me. They both suck. Yeah, and I've noticed some things throughout the years. Like, there was a time where I was off my medication because of my numbers. Now, there's all sorts of numbers variations, which I can go into another video when I'm not writing, because I'm not an expert on the numbers. My mother is, because she's in the medical field, but my numbers were horrible. It's one hormone was supposed to be like at a 3 or some, like 0.3 or something, like some set number, and mine was like non-existent. And then my other number wasn't supposed to go above a set number, and mine was like quadruple that. It's like ridiculous. You know, when you're hyper, you lose a lot of weight because your body is just on crack. Everything's high metabolism. Like, you know, those people, they could eat like 20 pizzas, a hot dog, drink 24 cases of Mountain Dew, and then not gain a pound. Yeah, that's how I was essentially. It didn't matter what I ate. I couldn't gain weight. But once I got on the medication and it started to reg out, I started to actually gain weight, which was awesome. I think I'm like at $180 right now. But the medication also has a downside. I gained weight, yes. But it very much put it all in my belly. So it's like, get in my belly. But it is what it is. So it's something a lot of people don't know. You know, why you're feeling hyper all the time, why you're feeling super slow all the time. Well, you might have a thyroid problem. You should definitely get checked out, because thyroid problems consist of bringing in skin problems too. Like, it looks like eczema. It varies from person to person, but that's what happens. Dries your skin out.